Today I am going to be taking a look at my old regimen videos. And guys, when I say old, this channel has been uploading videos since 2009. And so back in the day, we had few products and we had very small knowledge about how to do all the amazing things that natural hair can actually do. So come along with me down memory lane to look at these old regimen videos. By the way, hello everyone, Kayla here, and this is What the Kink, a natural hair channel. So this first video is called My Regimen Re-Upload. So I can imagine when I originally uploaded this bad boy was just called My Regimen. So descriptive, Kayla. And so this one was uploaded November 13th of 2010. You can do the math. This video is pretty old. It says, I kept it super simple and inexpensive with my regimen. You have to at 7 months post relaxer. Know what I mean? So I was deep into my transition to natural hair at this point. And then it looks like I had to re-upload this because I couldn't use the music that I had. And I say I like it better now anyway. So I guess that's what happened to it and why it's a re-upload situation. Oh, I will note that these videos that I'm going to be showing you guys, these are unlisted, meaning that they still work. Like if someone has the link or whatever, and I didn't want my links to be broken across the internet. However, they don't like show up when people search for stuff on my channel, and they don't show up like on my channel videos page. That's what's going on here. But the videos are still here. I didn't delete anything. So, all right, here we go. My regimen. Okay, first thing I want to say here is that intro was way too long. Way too long. And the second thing that I will say here is that the beat was made by my brother. And I did for some point in time have this really long intro with a beat made by my brother. So shout out to Breland. Shampoo, deep condition, detangle, leave-in, style, and air dry. This all sounds very reasonable. All right, this is the OGX Pomegranate Green Tea Shampoo. I did use this shampoo and I think maybe one other OGX, and my hair was so tangled. I don't know if it was the technique, the fact that I was deep into a transition, or the shampoo itself. I don't know, child, but tangled up my hair so bad. I did not revisit. I will not revisit because I believe it's either the ingredients of the product or the stance of the brand as to why this is considered not vegan friendly of a product. That's, as of the last time that I checked, they could have changed. At the time that I filmed this video, I was a pescatarian, and so that's more of dietary and not really the lifestyle component of being a vegan. So that's why I used it at that time, but I never revisited it. I was like, now. Okay, a classic, very popular product at the time. Okay, so I have here an acrylic comb. Let me tell you something about these acrylic style combs. I don't know who invented this mess, because let it drop in your shower one time, honey. Your comb is gone. You do not have a comb anymore. That's it. They snap in half so easy. And then it looks like I have here, I guess I'm doing moisturizing and sealing, or the lock method or something of that nature here. And it seems to be that I have probably using this Apogee to get a little bit of strengthening because I'm transitioning. This Neutrogena Triple Moisture product was extremely popular. I believe that entire line has been discontinued. And then I'm using straight up cook it and eat it olive oil, okay? So I would not use that today. Obviously, if you know, you know. But yeah, I'm using olive oil, girl, from the kitchen. Okay. co-wash, detangle, leave-in, air dry, and style. Again, it sounds pretty reasonable. Three things. I really remember liking that shirt. Okay, I was like, girl, I forgot about that shirt. Second thing, this looks like a Bantu night out. Girl, you did all the work for a Bantu night out and you gonna wash it out midweek? Why? Why? And then this is the Suave Coconut Conditioner. This got plenty of my money, repurchased a lot of times. This was a very, very, very popular conditioner at the time. And then we got the outro featuring the beat by my brother. So not too bad there for the My Regimen. Okay, so we have another regimen here. This one is updated regimen. I wanted to make sure that you knew that it was updated. The latest and greatest of technology here. I don't know about all that. But anyway, this one says 12 years ago. But if you open it, it'll tell you when. Let's see. June 24th, 2011. So I probably was still transitioning at that point in time. In fact, I know that I was still transitioning at that point in time. It says that I wash my hair once a week with shampoo and then again midweek with conditioner. So we're still kind of following that flow of things. Finger detangle with oil or conditioner. Wash in ponytailed sections. Deep condition. Detangle under running water, apply leave-ins, and allow to dry. So at this point, I had been influenced by all the hacks and tricks and things that we had started to do in the natural hair community for sure. Because I went from basic to doing the most. And I think all of this was in, you know, a lot of these things came from a good place of just wanting to make things more convenient and things easier. But what it does is it just adds extra crap onto your wash day and makes your wash day a full day. And then it looks like the co-wash day. Looks like we apply co-wash and then apply leave-ins and allow to dry. So I'm not doing all this other stuff. And then daily we are moisturizing and sealing. So this one's a little bit longer. So I think I did go ahead and pre-put this on double speed. Yep. Okay. Let's check it out.
Hi everyone. I just felt like it was time for a new regimen video. And as you see here, I'm applying oil to my scalp. It's been warmed up in the microwave for about 30 seconds or so. And this is Batika oil. And I use this oil because it contains coconut oil, which is strengthening to the hair because I no longer really do a regular protein treatment. And then after I've applied this to my scalp, then I begin to apply it to my hair because I now dry detangle my hair before I wash it. And I like to have something in my hair so that I don't go bald from detangling. Sometimes
Several things. I do not recommend dry detangling today. Especially because my hair is more likely to be styled as, you know, compared to when it was then. So you don't want to do that. Second of all, Vatika oil stank. And third of all, I don't like oil on my scalp. I don't like it on my hair. I don't like the way it feels. So I know that I was uncomfortable, but feeling like I was doing something that I needed to do in order to get through my hair and manage my hair. So.
I would use conditioner and I would use like oil. I'm thinking about not using oil. That's kind of messy. Okay, now see me here. I divided into this fourth into half, top and bottom. And I'm just, you know, searching for knots and, you know, pulling them out and really being really gentle with my hair. I'm telling you all, I have really decreased the amount of hair that I lose when I detangle with the tool, just by finger detangling.
Bro, I actually do this now. I separate my hair like this before smoothing all the hair in one direction and then going in with a detangling tool. So that's interesting to see me. And what year is this? 2011 doing this process. This is something that I do currently do. Not the dry part, but the actual technique of the type of finger detangling that I'm doing here. That's pretty good.
I just gather that section into a loose ponytail to keep it detangled while I wash my hair. Because y'all know hair, sometimes our hair will tangle right back.
And it is at this moment that my computer decides that it wants to pause over processing this video. Come on now. Come on now, girl. Bring the video back. If I click somewhere randomly, I might have to refresh the page, y'all. Let's refresh the page. We knew we were at 214. All right, and we'll go ahead and do 214, and boom. This is where we were at, and it's still double speed, I do believe. Okay, we're back. Technical difficulties.
And I now wash my hair with Giovanni Smooth Silk Deep Moisture Shampoo. I find that this is a sulfate-free shampoo that doesn't dry my hair out. So after I've washed it, I take down the ponytails one by one, and I apply my deep conditioner to each section. And you will probably have noticed that I smooth my hair a whole lot while I do this. I'm trying to keep it, from tangling. I'm trying to keep it in that downward motion. And I'm pretty liberal with the deep conditioner. Let's put it back in a ponytail. Again, to keep it smooth. And then just cover the ponytails with a plastic cap. And for some reason, I didn't show the deep conditioner until after I'd already applied and put my cap on. This is still a mystery why I did that. But for deep conditioning, I use the Luster Silk Cholesterol. It's the shea butter one that kind of smells like mango or something. And I added a couple drops of peppermint oil. Okay, so 30 minutes later, I deep condition.
All right, so adding peppermint oil to it and all that kind of stuff. Okay, so listen, as I said about the other video, I am currently a vegan, so I would not use cholesterol to do my hair, because those actually do contain like actual cholesterol in those products. Cholesterol is not just a cute name. I know I used to think that. And you know, I do think that one I did like, but the cholesterols by that brand were kind of hard to find. You could find like Queen Helene a little bit easier than those. And then the shampoo, the Giovanni, I actually was surprised to see that. That product I do like. It has, I would consider it now more of a moisturizing shampoo, because it does contain ingredients that kind of makes the cleansing a little bit more gentle and deposit a little bit onto your hair. But yeah, I do think that that's a good shampoo. But since I was doing all this Vatica oil and all this kind of stuff, I would have gone maybe with one of Giovanni's more cleansing options, things that have a little less depositing ingredients, because I was putting a lot of stuff on my hair prior to then going in with the shampoo. And I see here that this is the classic Tangle Teezer. Yes, girl, I used Tangle Teezer before they had a brush handle. I recently put something on my Instagram that was about brushes. The person was like, no Tangle Teezer? And I was like, no. Tangle Teezer just doesn't do it for me. But have I used Tangle Teezer before? Yes, and this is the proof.
So I'm gonna dryer, and I'm gonna hop in the shower and rinse it out. While I'm rinsing, I'm gonna detangle with my Tangle Teezer in the same time 5 seconds that I did with the dry detangling. And after I've done that, I put a t-shirt on my hair to kind of soak up the extra moisture, because the towel will kind of leave your hair kind of frizzy. So it's been about an hour. And I'm just gonna spray a little bit of the Afternoon Keratin and Green Tea Green Scrub Primer Spray. It's a strengthening spray. I only spray this on my hair on wash days once a week.
Still using it, I guess, at this point. Probably because I'm still transitioning.
And once that's in there, I'll kind of rub it through and kind of distribute it. Then the last thing I do is I apply my leave-in conditioner, my Hawaiian Silky 14-in-1 and seal with grapeseed oil. This doubles as both my as my moisturizer as well. Thanks, guys.
So it looks like I moved on from that Neutrogena leave-in and switched over to Hawaiian Silky, which is, again, it was very popular at that time. And then this is when I switched over to grapeseed oil, and I did use grapeseed oil for a really, really long, period of time. So yeah, this is definitely where I see where I start to, I was still following trends as far as the products I was using, and definitely started doing the most as far as the routine of things was considered. And then you guys could also see a little bit of failed DIY color that I did there. I never dyed over that. I just let it grow out. So I had colored ends for the longest because I never cut that hair off. And I did grow to like the failed hair color that was there. So, okay, girl. We're doing the most. Do we simplify at any point? It remains to be seen. Okay, so at this point now, we're at natural hair shoulder length regimen. So at this point, I am completely natural. We have cut the relaxed hair off at this point, girl. So this was 11 years ago, and it is November 24th, 2011. So at that point, I would have been natural maybe 1 month. So, and I know in the beginning, I didn't really know how to do a lot of things with my natural hair. So let's see, this has been my regimen since being fully natural. It's simple and inexpensive. I still love to save $1. Note, it's only dark at the end of this video because I started later than I usually would on a wash day, and it gets dark super early here. So this video must be in Alabama. Products: Suave Professional Shampoo, HE Hello Hydration Conditioner, Aussie Moist Conditioner, Grapeseed Oil. So the products are very simple here, not a lot, and these are all very popular things. These things were very, very popular at the time that I was filming this content and doing this regimen. Again, double speed because it is long.
Hi everyone, Kayla here, and it has been.
Oh my god, I'm so adorable. So cute. Also, I would like to note, guys, that you see the channel name. I don't think I mentioned the channel name several times on here. It says Glamour Struck. All these videos are still on this channel, just unlisted, as I said earlier. This channel is Glamour Struck, and this channel is What the Kink. Okay, What the Kink was at one point just a display name where the username was still Glamour Struck, and then they allowed us to have usernames, and then I officially selected the username is @WhatTheKink. However, you can still access this channel by using the Glamour Struck URL, like the old school URL format, and do Glamour Struck with 2 Ks, and this channel still comes up. So that is the channel. The channel is that. Okay, anyways. And I just rebranded to What the Kink to match my blog. My blog at the time was called What the Kink. So I just rebranded the YouTube channel to match the blog.
2 weeks since I washed my hair, so it's that time again. So
Oh, for sure.
The night before I wash my hair, and I spray it with a water conditioner mix, and I'm using Aussie Moist Conditioner. So after I have all the conditioner in my hair, I rub it in and get it throughout my hair. Then I take my oil, and I'm currently using grapeseed oil, and I put like a crazy amount of this in my hair. When I'm done oiling my hair,
Uh-oh. We got another loading issue. Where were we at? We were at 159. So let me reload it. And we'll skip back to 159 because it's giving me problems. So, we'll skip here. It's fine.
when I'm done oiling my hair, I put on a plastic shower cap.
So at this point, I'm trying to do a pre-poo, basically. Yeah.
Then I tie it off with the scarf to keep it on my head. And then, so I don't like a complete and total nut, I put my regular satin bonnet on my head. Now I'm just going to let this sit in my hair overnight. See you guys tomorrow morning.
Alright, so at this point, Tightly Curly does not include a pre-poo treatment. I'm just trying to be the most extra because I couldn't accept the simplicity of Tightly Curly. There's no deep conditioner, there's no oil use, there's none of that, but I just couldn't accept that. So I was adding extra stuff to Terry's method. Also, I just want to throw out here that like the very first video we watched, I was in my original college apartment. That burned down, y'all. And then they like quickly flipped over this off campus thing that's right next to the campus, and so I'm in my new apartment filming this. Very interesting. So anyways, let's see what she gonna do after she done this pre-poo that was not a part of the original Terry LaFlesche Tightly Curly method.
Good morning, everyone. I'm about to get in the shower and wash my scalp, but before I show you what I use and what I'm about to do, I use a regimen based on Terry LaFlesche's Tightly Curly and her book Curly Like Me, and the website is like tightlycurly.com, and I pretty much use the shampoo, the rinsing conditioner, and then the combing conditioner to style my hair. That's the only 3 products that I use, which is, based on her regimen. Where my difference is that instead of defining my curls like she has for her regimen, I twist my hair instead, and then later wear a twist out. So for the shampoo, I use Suave Professionals Almond and Shea Butter. I think I tried the other green one they had. And the reason I use this shampoo is because in Tightly Curly, you can use sulfate-containing shampoos. It just has to be laureth sulfate and not laurel sulfate. So this does contain laureth sulfate, and all Suave Professionals have that ingredient. Also, most like damaged shampoos or children's shampoos tend to have laureth in them instead of laurel. So I use this. Then my rinsing conditioner. that I'm going to do in the shower is the Herbal Essences Herbal Hydration. I like this, but I'm only really using it because I had it before I came to school. I brought it from home, and it's like here. I'm almost done with it. So I probably have like 2 more uses, or maybe just 1. And then I'm going to buy the matching conditioner to go with my shampoo. Because using the Tidy Curly method, your rinsing conditioner really doesn't matter. She does recommend this as rinsing conditioner, but it really doesn't matter which one that you use. So I'm just going to always use the matching conditioner for my shampoo. So I'm going to go do that, and I'm going to come back and show you guys what I'm doing with my combing conditioner, and also show you what combing conditioner that I use. All right.
Adorable. I just want to point out here that the reason why I am not doing curl definition or whatever, because I know sometimes people come to my channel, they're new and they don't know the full journey. I did not believe that I could do wash and goes at this point in time. So I liked her method, but I used it for twists because I was like, I know I can do twists. I have control over being able to twist my hair. And you can see what my hair looks like, undefined with, you know, and hair that's not used to being defined. This is what my hair looked like at the time. So I was like, oh yeah, I can't do a wash and go. I ain't got no wash and go hair. And that's what I saw, and that's what I rolled with.
I'm back from the shower. My hair is washed and conditioned, and it's coated in what Taylor Brush calls the combing conditioner. This is the conditioner that I'm going to use to detangle my hair. I'm also going to use it as a leave-in, and that is Aussie Moist Conditioner. This conditioner is also in this rope family by the pump version of this. It leaves my hair really shiny and gives it a really nice set for my twist outs. So I have my hair divided into my usual sections: 3 in the front and then 4 in the back. 1 is loose, which is the one I'm going to start with. Okay. So basically what I do is I twist as I detangle. So grab a little, reasonable size section. Clip it out the way. Then take my Denman brush. See which one I'm using. I kind of smooth it out first before
I would not use that brush today. I still own it, but I wouldn't use it.
So I'm going to work the ends. And then once I get the ends easily combed through, I go to the top and push down. And the tangles in there. Okay, and when the tangles stop, that's where I start detangling. And I free it again.
I would not use this method to detangle my hair either, Lord Jesus, but my hair is a lot shorter, so I'm able to get away with it at this point in time.
And then take that section and I start twisting. I usually take like 1-inch sections. My twists aren't really, I don't try to do them terribly small.
But y'all see how small the sections are? That's the only way I would be able to get a Denman through my hair, that particular Denman brush. So I'm doing this because I'm detangling as I'm styling, and that's the only way that I'm able to get away with that. Like, there's no way that current me would be able to do this. Where the music at? It's quiet.
I try to twist down as far as I can. Oops. As long as my nails won't bother me. And then I twist the hair in the same direction. Twirl the hair in the same direction that I was twisting it. And it kind of locks the end of the twist. That's one finished twist. This process. I do not dry my hair, and so it's really wet when I do it. And this is my brush after that. Let me see. I'm showing this to you guys. Yeah, and I'm cleaning it out right now. I did not. I wore my hair in twists for 4 days, which is what I normally do. I wear it for 4 days, and then I release my hair on the weekend. However, I was not feeling like washing my hair last week, so I went a full week with my hair loose in a puff, really. And so this is 2 weeks of hair that's in this brush. 2 weeks of hair. Let me get what's left on the brush handle and off of the comb to show you. You know, pull the ball makes it easier to dispose of and whatnot. So. Okay, so this is the hair that was lost. Let me perspective for you. Boom. Yes, it is not the smallest of all hair, but this is 2 weeks worth of hair because I just did not feel like washing my hair last week. I will rinse these off. But anyway, so basically the way that I take care of my hair is the same way, both in the twist and when it's loose. I spray my hair with a water conditioner mix. You can see it. See the blue thing? Yeah, that's the water conditioner mix. That's what I spray my hair with every day. And because I wear the twist for so long, my twist out, no matter what I do, water, whatever, they stay intact. So I spray them with water. And I just put water on every night, whether my hair is in a twist out or in a twist. And then I seal my ends, just my ends. I don't oil all of my hair anymore with the rapeseed oil. And that's here. You can see the background. So that's how
I just couldn't accept that there's no oil on her regimen, so I was like, oh, I'm gonna put grapeseed oil, but on my ends. It worked though. It definitely worked out for the time being.
I do my hair, and my regimen is so inexpensive and easy, and yeah, I really do like this regimen. I see myself continuing styling my hair this way, probably at least until armpit length, because I feel like any longer than that this regimen might become a little impractical. I'm not sure, but yeah, it's regimen's here to stay. The price may change though because both my conditioners are running out. So until next time, thanks for watching, guys.
And she was right. Yeah, at that point, it did become very unreasonable and unrealistic for me to be able to maintain this regimen. I just couldn't do it because it would take so much longer because my hair was longer. So I was definitely correct in assuming that at some point, this was going to become something that I just couldn't regularly do.